Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is December 1st, 2022 at time of filming. And I'm excited. Reason why? Because I have a new notebook that I am using. Yes, I have a new notebook that I'm using. I know I said that I wasn't gonna use it until the new year, but you know what? I don't care. You know why? Because I'm all over the place and that's just what I do. So, what I've decided to do in thinking and brainstorming and trying to plan up and create a planning system for 2023, I said, you know what? December, I'm going to do some trial runs. I've been looking at the B6 Stalogy for the longest, and I think this would be a perfect month to go ahead and try the B6 size and see if I like it, see if I fancy it. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm kind of like trying out a little planning system that I've jotted down. If you guys watched my last video, you can kind of hear some of the madness that I was talking about in regards to coming up with this system for 2023. And so I'm trying to implement that in a trial phase. And what I thought to do was get a notebook and break it up into sections that I mostly use every day. So what I found that was planning, journaling, and notes. As you can see, these tabs up here say exactly that: plans, journals, and notes. And then for the plans side or section, I've included three more subsections for the monthly view, the weekly stuff, and the today things. So in my mind, it works like this, and I'm gonna break it down. I got all the plans in the front of the notebook, and that's everything from calendars and tracking and jogs, logs, journals and things like that for plans. And then the next section would be journaling, and it's straight journaling. I'm not incorporating any pictures, stickers, none of those things, any washi. It's just straight words and papers. And then after the journaling section is the note-taking section, and this is where I have or am a little bit more creative, and I do include more stickers and washi and whatever else I want to do. I can put commonplace notes, brainstorming, quick notes, phone numbers, stuff that I see online. I want to print it out and save, put it in here and keep it. Anything that has to do with me wanting to keep and reflect on, I'll put it in a note section. Literally anything, scriptures, notes, like anything, I'll put it in the notes section. So I got this B6 Stalogy last week, Sunday, I think Saturday, and it came Sunday, which I was very surprised. But Amazon does get down like that if you do the little 2-day shipping, but they also do the next day delivery. So I was really excited because I wanted to start this for this coming week. Now this week that we're in is a little weird because we had that last week of November, first week of December mashup thingy going on. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna start it and figure it out as I go. So that's what I did. This is a B6 Stalogy notebook. I think this is a 5x7 or 5.0 something by 7. For size comparison, I have my A6 and my A5, so you can see the difference. So this is the A6, this is a B6, and this is a A5. Now there is a B5 that's way more massive than all of these, but I think that's a bit too much for me. I do want to try it, and I think perhaps I will go ahead and try it one day just to see if I do want to include it in my lineup, but I think for now I don't need it. What I'm finding is that this B6 is just enough space for me to write all of the things. I didn't think that because I thought it was smaller than the A5, that it wouldn't be able to cover enough real estate for me. But surprisingly, it does. It really does. And I like the way it fits in my hand. It's like a really nice, not a pocket size, but it's like a great handheld notebook. And it's still the same amount of paper and everything. It's just a little bit smaller than my typical A5 I would go with. So I was pleasantly surprised to find out that I can write all the things and be okay. So let's just jump right into it. I really don't have no cover page because I didn't feel like all that. I really didn't. I didn't feel like all that. But initially what I'm doing for the notebook in each every time for every month, depending on how many months I can fit in here, is to start off with a monthly view. So here's the monthly view, very standard. It's an insert. This is an insert from Annalita Designs. I think I spoke about her shop on Etsy many videos before, and I still use her inserts. I just cut it down to a B6 size. Well, first I actually set the printer to B6, and then I cut it down a little bit more just to make sure it can really fit in properly in a notebook. So that's what I have, a monthly view. And then after the monthly view, I have a mood calendar, and it's color coded. So depending on my mood for the day, I will just go ahead and put the appropriate color on each day. And then at the end of the month, when I do my monthly reflection, I can use this to kind of think and figure out, okay, where was I this day? You know, wasn't happy, or did I have more sad days, or did I have a lot of happy days this month? You know, can track things in that sort of way. Then I have my highlights and memories for the month. This would be for the whole month of December. This is something that I was doing in my first Stalogy that I ever bought years ago, and then I forgot to do it. That's why I stopped doing it, because I forgot that I created the page and did it. So I remembered, I said, okay, I think I want to include that here. So I brought that back to do in this Stalogy. And I didn't write one yet for today. I think I'm gonna sit and do this in the evenings and just reflect on the day and give myself one highlight or one thing that stood out to me that I can write and incorporate on this page. So yeah, I'll do that, and then at the end of the month, this will be something else that I can reflect and look back on. And then the next section but the next type of page would be, or layout would be, my weekly overview. I was doing this type of layout in my rings before I moved out of it, and I was able to move it over here into this B6 size, and everything still fits. All the things and that I need, I have enough space to do it. So I will definitely be keeping this page in this Stalogy moving forward, because it works for me to see everything as a snapshot of the week of what I need to do. It's not everything, but it's a good overview of what's going on in the week. And then I have my typical weekly to-do list, to-buy list, and a couple of stickers. Yeah, so I could just, another overview, but a little bit more broken down for the week. My weekly habits. Sorry about the noise, guys. I tell you, I live downstairs. They're doing construction. They're still doing construction. I think they won't be done until April of next year. But then we'll be able to have our park again. I'm so excited. But I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the only place in the house that I can do the videos for now. So, so back to the notebook. So we have the weekly habits that I want to do. Now, I know in my other video, my last video, I did mention using a habit tracker on my phone, which I do use every day. However, what I'm finding is that app is allowing me to view my habits like a snapshot in a monthly view, if you will. It would be a little bit difficult to see that in that kind of way on paper, because you got to flip back through all the weeks, and I don't have time for all that. So what I've been doing is kind of like doing two habit trackings. I track it here, and then I also log it in my phone so that I can see all the habits for the month. And whenever I get that video up for you guys, I'll be able to show you in depth what I mean, because it's really a useful app that I like a lot, and I do want to share that with you guys. And then after the weekly habits, I have my weekly goals. I have my Spanish vocabulary. And I stopped doing this for a little while, but I said, you know what, I gotta bring this back, because I noticed when I wasn't including my Spanish vocabulary in my planner, in my notebooks, my vocabulary intake was really decreasing. And so I'm just that type of person. If I don't see it in here, I'm not gonna do it. So I brought it back, and I have my class schedule, my Spanish class schedule. Actually, I need to get the second day for December. But yeah, so I have little notes that I need for Spanish class. I take a Spanish class every Tuesdays online, and I put little notes and things about that here at the bottom, and stuff that I get throughout the week. Any words that I'm working on or want to know or thought was interesting, I write those down and I'll go over it throughout the week. After the Spanish vocabulary is my food journal. This is something that I was doing in my rings as well, and I really liked it. When I went back to my Stalogy, I wasn't doing it, but I wanted to kind of try it out here again. And I'm able to fit all of the things, all of the food items. I mean, I don't eat a whole bunch of food, but whatever I'm eating, whatever it is, from drinking to eating, I will include it here. And then I have a little note section for me to just jot down some things about it for the week and move on. And then here is where we get to the daily tasks. So I got my daily pages split up into 2 sections. That's the daily task and then homeschool stuff. So I can see and know what I'm going to teach the kids or what I'm going to do in regards to homeschool. So this is what that looks like all the way until about Friday. And then when we get to the weekend, I put Saturday and Sunday on the same page because it's really the same stuff going on. And it's not much going on, but I still like to see the plans anyway. So that's the weekend page. And then at the end of the week, I would do my weekly reflection. I always do it in 3 sections: what worked this week, what didn't work this week, and looking ahead. And I typically like to do this on a Sunday. Put some candles on, put some music, have some tea, and just go through the pages, okay, and see what worked, what didn't, and when looking ahead, any goals or anything that's coming up that I want to jot down real quick, I'll do that here. And I like doing this. I've been doing this for a while now, and this feels good to me, and I like it. I remember to do it. So this is a page that I would continue to incorporate, especially going into the new year. I'll definitely have a page like this. Then the next section of my journal, next section of my notebook is my journaling section. This is where I would sit down in the mornings after I look over my plans and things and tasks for the day, and I'll just do a quick morning reflection. Sometimes I do this in the afternoon if I forget to do it in the morning, but it's just a quick page of a reflection of whatever's in my head at the time. I do a little bit more long form journaling still in my A5 Stalogy because I do like to write, and I do like to write a lot. And so sometimes it might not be enough depending on what the day is, but I'll just go ahead and write. I don't put no stickers, I don't put no washi, I don't put any of those type of things. It's just words and paper. Because that's just my style of journaling. I do like to incorporate decorations and things, but I don't want to do all that here. I'll do it here. I've done it here, but in this book, because it's a little bit smaller, I kind of don't want to take up real estate with stickers and things. The next part of this keep saying journal. The next part of this notebook is the notes section. Oh, and as far as the journaling page, I give myself about 2 pages a day, all the way until Sunday, and then we'll stop there. Then we go into the notes section. This section is going to be comprised of commonplace notes, quick notes, let's see, scriptures, interesting things that I find online, writing notes, workshop notes, therapy notes, all the notes, recipes, things that I want to save, sticky notes. All of the notes will go in this section here, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how long ago it was. I'm gonna put it here in this section. Schedules, project notes, like routines, all kinds of things, ideas for the family, all kinds of things goes in this section. And homeschool notes, okay? I did this morning. These were my goals for December. And I think this page I don't want to show, so yeah. And then that's it. That's all I have. And so at the end of the week, preferably on a Sunday, once the notes are done, I'm going to always make sure to end the notes on this side of the page, because when I flip it, this starts a new week. And the new week starts with the same layout. And all these pages that we just went through, I'm going to rinse and repeat that, moving over into each week. And then I'll just take the tabs and move them over into each week like that. And I'll keep doing that all the way until we get to the end of this book. I have some stickers and dots and things just in case I need, so it's readily available. And that's it. That's the system. I'm trying it out. It feels good in my head so far. I think I want to stick with this. But we gonna see. We're gonna see, because your girl keeps flopping out of books and planners and things all the time. I cannot stay put. I cannot. I just always been that way since I've since forever, long since I can always remember. I always have books and notebooks and things around, and I just like trying stuff. I like trying stuff. Maybe one day I'll find a system that works for me and that fits and I can stay put. But you know what? I'm really appreciating and enjoying just having fun doing what I do. I think that really is what's important at the end of the day. So that is my little bits for the day. And yeah, guys, that's it. I'll put a little, I don't know what this is. I think it's like a little cardstock. I put that in the back. Somebody asked me why are my Stalogy shiny? And that's only because I put boxing tape, like packaging tape on the top, because I like to put stickers on top of my Stalogys, and I find that because I use them so much and I put my hands on them all the time, I'm putting them in things, the stickers lift up and sometimes they come off, and I don't like that. So I just take some tape and tape it down, and it stays, and I kind of like the little glossy look. And I noticed that like the cover part, it doesn't get bendy too much. Like here's an older one, it's not too bendy. I have another Stalogy that kind of got bended on the sides because it just got messed up, but me putting the tape down kind of helps that as well. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're not subscribed at this point, please subscribe and consider coming back again next week. I'm going to be having some more content for you guys coming in the weeks. And yeah, stay tuned. Enjoy your day. Bye.